a lot of fucked up shit that I'm like really realizing about adults now. Though I guess that's not surprising. Anyway, so excuse me. As the story goes on, I get home. Excuse me. I get home and I talk to Val about this story, right? Like, I'm like, bro, this shit sucks ass. This kid in my class, right? Like the cool kid, the Conker kid. He's like being scammed by this asshole, like literally stole his game. It's such bullshit. Like, I'm so pissed. I hate that kid. He sucks nuts. And I want to kill him. And then Val goes like, that's fucked up, man. And then we went to play video games because we didn't really know what to do. But like, it bothered me the entire time, right? Like, it felt bad to be enjoying video games while this other kid is going through like a video game related struggle. It sucks so much. I had like literally the worst conscience I've ever had. Like, I've seldom felt bad about things in that extent. Like, there are obviously things, but like that was one of those things that like that literally hurt me like down to my fucking soul. And I think it was noticeable. And it only got worse because, like, for the next couple of days at school, literally every day, that fucking piece of shit would pull out that game and try and talk to us about it. Like, check out this cool game. Like, you can do this and this in the game. And it's like, it's really awesome. And it's like, yeah, bro, we know because you fucking stole it from that other kid. And this was kind of the time when I was also really into well, I mean, I guess I still am, but this was the time when I was really into AVGN, right? And there, I don't remember which episode it was, but it was an episode where it was either the episode where he takes apart the controller or he takes apart like an NES cartridge, right? And I watched that video on YouTube or on the Cinemassacre site maybe even, but I know I watched that video and I was like, huh. Like, I was like, well, that's a Nintendo game. And he opened that and there's like a thing in there. And that's what the game is on? Like, it's not the plastic that the game is filled up in like a glass of water? It's on that thing? Because I think like I either asked my dad or Val's dad like what that is. I don't think it was Val's dad, quite frankly. But I'm pretty sure like either one of them. The reason why I say it wasn't Val's dad is because Val's dad's a piece of shit, and I don't think he would have told us about what we wanted to know. But that is also another story. And so I'm like, man, is this like... Is that like where the game is actually on? Like, that's actually what the real thing is? It's not like... It's not the plastic. It's this like little funny green thing in there. This was before I knew what PCI and all that good shit is, so you know, quite a lot of time before I actually knew any of the terminology. Did I just fuck myself because I don't have this open? Apparently. Nice. I think that's a game over. Nope. Okay. But does that mean I have to get all the keys again, or just the one? We'll see. And then in my mind I was like, huh. So if that's where the game is, then what if you can like take that out of the shell? Like what if you took a thing, or like what if you took another game and you put it in, like you put that in the shell? Like would that work? Like maybe we don't know. Maybe this is like literally like my mind expanding at like rapid pace, right? It's like fucking Jimmy Neutron brain blast shit going on in my head. The likes of which I've never experienced before. This is like the greatest moment of my mind since like gaining sentience. No joke. I'm like, what if it's possible? What if the chance is there for this to be the solution? Oh, the bats aren't here? I guess they didn't respawn. What if, my friend? And then me and Val, we talked about it, right? And he was like, I don't know. Do you think that will work? Like, I don't know. We got a couple of N64 games. You want to try it out? And he's like, okay. I don't know. Like, let's look at what we need, right? And then we took, I think, a Superman 64 cartridge, and I don't know what the other game was, but I don't think it was something we cared about. I don't think it was. So whatever, like, pick your least favorite N64 game, I guess. And we like I said, we took a Superman 64 and some other game, and then I got like some of my dad's tools from his toolbox, and like you have to realize, like, for those who don't know, the screws and shit in these types of cartridges they're small as fuck. It's like these were tools for like working shit outside, and we picked the smallest bit possible. And also did this all under the pressure of, like, I hope our parents don't catch us doing this, because they might get mad at why we're taking apart expensive video games. Oh, that's wrong. And so, like, you know, we're like sitting there in my room, and we're thinking, like, man, somehow this has to work, right? Like, this just has to work. And then we like sloppily, like, I think we spent an hour on just opening one cartridge, and then we finally opened it and we saw, like, okay, so this is the thing that the game is on. Now let's open the other one and see if we can swap them out. And then we, like, you know, we grabbed both of the things. The second opening the second cartridge, easy peasy. We were like fucking, we were in there. We were like, it was like Tony Stark with the fucking Iron Man suit, right? Like brain blasts firing off left and right. We were going crazy. There was like, our IQ grew 3 times that day, which is not a lot because we were stupid kids. So it was still just like 3 IQ points, but you get the idea. And then we were like, oh fuck, bro, we did it. We swapped these out. It was like heart surgery, dude. It was like fucking, we treated it like heart surgery. It was like we were doing open brain shit, right? Without a brain. And then like basically like we swapped out both of the piece. Is it PCB? I think it's PCB for but whatever. Like we swapped out the little the little cartridge things. We swapped out the things that the games were actually on. The real cartridges, right? And then we, like, tried screwing them together. I think they didn't fit 100%. I think they didn't. But, like, I don't know, we sort of, like, worked it out for it to, like, stick together and not fall apart. And then we were like, bro, this is the moment, all right? We gotta put this, we have to put this in the N64. Even if it explodes my N64, we have to put it in there, and we have to see if this works. It's for the sake of Conker Kid, man. We have to do it. And then we put in whatever the fuck the cartridge was. I don't remember. And you know what? Superman 64 booted up. And we were like, this was like Einstein level shit, right? To us, this was like, we just basically cracked the code, even though the code isn't anything. It's just like, swap out the thing. Like, it's like, okay. It's like those Temu scams where they send you like 4,000 terabyte external HDD, and then it's literally just like a 32 gigabyte flash drive in a like a case, and that's it. But to us, it was like we just reinvented like time travel, or I guess invented time travel, because and so we were like, okay, now that I am a master of taking apart video games and putting them back together, I have a plot most foul in mind. I have a ploy most devious cooking up in my brain. And Val was like, Val knew me. He was like, you're gonna swap him out during class, aren't you? You're gonna fuck up that kid's life, huh? You're gonna make Conker Kid proud. And I'm like, you better fucking know I am. You motherfucker. You son of a bitch. We were like Arnold and the black guy in Commando. I think it was Commando. Was it Predator? It was Predator. It was definitely Predator. Like, you son of a bitch. I was like, they got you pushing pencils, huh? I didn't say that. I don't think I had seen Predator at that point. I really hope it was Predator and I'm not just talking out of my ass here. But I'm kind of convinced it was Predator. Anyway, that doesn't even fucking matter. Like, who cares about Predator? And so I'm like, okay, listen. I gotta, somehow, I have to pull this off tomorrow. I have to, like, figure out how to do this in like a time frame. I have to take all these tools with me, because, like, otherwise it's not gonna work. But I gotta figure this shit out. I gotta do it. I gotta be on super fast speed, right? And luck was on my side, because it was not a normal occurrence for us to, like, really be able to go outside during recess, only in summer, and only when it was really warm. And as luck would motherfucking have it, it was warm. It was a warm as fuck summer's day. The next day, it was like Lady Luck was smiling down on me, right? This little 12-year-old fucking genius, this evil mastermind was about to commit a crime, really. Technically, I guess. Because during recess, and like, just so you know, our recess was like 15 minutes, so I had to really step up my game from taking an hour to open a cartridge to, like, I don't know, 5 minutes. Because it was, you know, there were lives at stake, man. There really weren't, but it felt like it, right? And so I also really just kind of speculated that the kid would just have Conker with him again for some reason. But thankfully, the math mathed. Because on that day, like I said, beautiful summer day, downright like prophetic, downright biblical depiction of a day. Absolutely wonderful. And obviously, you know, the kid, the asshole kid, he wanted to go outside. He wanted to shoot some footballs at girls, because that's literally, by the way, he like broke a girl's hand. This was later, but he like ended up breaking a girl's hand playing soccer at some point. It was whack. And so yeah, you know, like he felt the need to do that, and so he went outside. So this obviously, you know, was like my time, right? Like, I'm like, all right, no teacher, very few students, nobody gives a fuck about what I'm doing, right? Nobody cares about me, thankfully, even though I'm kind of friends with like half the class, but nobody gives a shit, right? I'm a man on a motherfucking mission. And I go in and I'm like, all right. I open up his backpack, and there it is. The crown jewel. Conker's Bad Fur Day in all its glory, with the sticker on it too. Thankfully, the sticker was not in a place that like impeded me. Impeded me opening up the cartridge, right? And in my bag, so beautifully placed, was my own copy of Superman 64. Now, you might think to yourself that that's where it ends, but it isn't, because there was also my copy of Conker's Bad Fur Day. Now, there is a point to everything I do, because I am a genius, and people don't give me enough credit for the smarts that I never display. But in all my smartness, in all my ingenious, I decided that I wouldn't let the Conker kid be stuck with this bum-ass Superman 64 cartridge. His brother wouldn't understand what happened. He wouldn't get it. So, what I did in this, like, it felt like I was doing it in like 30 seconds. I'm pretty sure I probably took like the entire recess, but it's fine. I used the skills that I had accrued to quickly, again, steal that cartridge from the kid who also took it away from another kid, so it was legitimate. Open it up. Thankfully, Val was smart enough to tell me the day before to open up the Superman 64 cartridge ahead of time to save some time, because I definitely would not have thought of that, I have to admit. And that's what it was. I did. And then I grabbed that nasty little fucking green thing. Not me. I grabbed that little thing that the game was on. I think it was green. I'm pretty sure it was green. PCBs are usually green, or PCIe, or whatever the fuck. You know what I mean. And I put it in. I put it in the Conker, and it fits perfectly, right? It fits perfectly into the shell of Conker's Bad Fur Day, and I'm like, this is God. I know you're real today. And I put it in, and I quickly screw it together haphazardly, right? Like crazy. And there it is. And then I quickly, I put it back. I literally just like chucked it back into the bag of the kid, right? This fake Conker's Bad Fur Day, this Conker's Bad Superman 64, which is like
Finally.
kind of redundant.
Oh yeah, I forgot about those guys.
Because Superman 64 is just bad anyway. Doesn't need Conker's Bad. But my point being, my very, very important point being that, like, I did this and I was proud of myself. This was like one of the first times, literally, that I felt like I had done, oh Lord. This is one of the first times in my life that I felt like I had done something that was like actually worthy of like praise. That's not true. I felt great about myself before, but it's like never have I felt like I was doing something so righteous, right? And quite frankly, I never have since. But that's also because I didn't do anything righteous ever since. And I'm like, okay, like I said, I can't in good conscience give like a fake Superman 64 to this kid, this poor, this anguished soul. So what I do, I take my own copy of Conker's Bad Fur Day, and when the kid came back, I go like, here, buddy. Here's Conker's Bad Fur Day. I know it's not yours, but I don't need it anymore. I don't want it anymore. You can have it. Just tell your brother that, like, the other kid took off the sticker or some shit. And he's like, no, are you sure? Like, can I really have it? Is it like, are you cool with it? I'm like, I'm cool as a fucking cucumber. It's yours. Please take it, my friend. Take this gift and have your game back. And I'm like, this is it. This is what I'm living for. This is what it's all about. It wasn't that dramatic, but I was really happy that I could give that kid, you know, his Conker back, basically. And I also still had Conker's Bad Fur Day. It was the other kid that had Superman 64. So yeah, that's me and my story of how I have a cartridge somewhere at my parents' place with Conker's Bad Fur Day, but it's actually Superman 64. Except I eventually tore off the Superman 64 like label and just wrote Conker's Bad Fur Day on it, but I wrote it wrong because I spelled Conker the way you spell it in English. War.
That's right. It's war once again. Your country needs you now, boys. We are fighting an enemy like we have never encountered before.
Oh.
They are evil beyond reproach. Where they have come from, I do not know. But we need to send them back to wherever it was they came from. We need you, soldier. Yes, you. Sign up at your nearest signing up station. There should be one near you. And remember, soldier, your country will be indebted to you.
Yeah, if you survive. there is an aftermath to this story. Not of me writing Conker wrong, but I because I'm fucking evil also. I remember specifically, like, one day talking to the kid about video games again, the Conker kid, and I decided, like, I don't know why I'm such an asshole, but I guess I just had that dog in me when I was younger too. Because I talked to the kid and I go like, "Hey, have you ever heard about this weird glitch in like Conker's Bad Fur Day, where if you die against the final boss, you have to like beat a totally different game to get to try again?" And the Conker kid was like, "No, that's weird. I've died to the boss 1,000 times, like." Or I don't know if I said final boss or if it was like the Teddy stage, but it was something like that. Whatever, it doesn't matter. I lied, basically, is my point. I lied to put some fear into that other fucking kid's heart. And I think it worked. Because he, like, when I was talking about that, he, like, I saw him look over.
Dang, boy. He sure is lucky bastards to survive that atrocious atrocity.
Right.
Come over here now, sonny. Teen Hunt. That's better. Form a nice line. Oh, there's only one of you. Right, sonny. We have a problem.
Uh-huh.
0830. Boat must arrive at said destination. There. 0825. Wait. Oh. 08. Oh, shit. Tell you what. That shit. You sonny look like a resourceful kind of guy. I don't care much for the A-tire, but let's see if you can redeem yourself. Here's the mission. You may accept it as you wish. 1. Clear the way. We have got to get our men out of here pronto. We has got a war to fight.
We is got a war to fight.
Clear the way. Oh. That shit. What are you waiting for, sonny? Get that dang thing out of there. Right. See you in the boat. I don't know what I've been told. I don't know what I've been told. I don't know what I've been... Oh, that shit.
I don't know, but I've been told. Pussy's mighty cold. Oh, God. But yeah, I saw the kid looking over, and I know for a fact that he was scared, because he had encountered the devilish, the devious, the game-destroying Superman 64 glitch. I don't know if he ever figured out what had happened. I don't know what that kid is doing nowadays. I really don't give a shit either. But I remember that story fondly, by which I mean I didn't remember it for a while until I started playing Conker's Bad Fur Day again. But I think, you know, I think it was okay.
You've got a problem.
Hi there, little fella. Are you the janitor? I don't suppose you have any, like, toilet paper?
No, I'm not the janitor. And could we please have this conversation somewhere else? I think I'm starting to gag.
Oh, yeah, I got a bit of a problem, and it's kind of like, oh, yeah, well, I'll come out now.
Well, you probably smell like shit too, don't you?
I seem to have this attached to my back. I can't see what it is.
Oh, you needn't worry about that. Come on, let's go.
I'm a little tired. Could you give me a hand? Just get around back there and, you know, give me a hand.
Oh, well, okay.
Sure. Oh, I have to push him. Okay. But yeah, you know, like, I do feel like I didn't do terrible in that situation. And I can only hope that that kid, the other kid, obviously, the Conker kid is doing well today. I don't really care about, like, most people from the school days back then. It's just, you know.
Well, another one. Hi.
What do you mean? I don't suppose...
Yeah, I know. Toilet paper. Come on, out.
So they just spawn in the toilet? How does this work? Some sort of analog horror. But yeah, I don't, you know, that was like the first time, and I think that was one of those times that, like, just ended up getting me into, you know, into, like, video game shit. It's like, it was truly the first time that I ever... Okay, let me just wait. It was the first time that I ever, like, got into anything that was, like, even resembling opening up technology, right? And I think maybe to some degree that perhaps that moment was what set me on my path of getting into, like, you know, building computers and stuff like that. I don't really, like, think of it that way a lot of the time. I think I'm kind of, like, over-exaggerating. I mean, like, I don't know. There is a significance to it for me. But, like, you know, obviously it's not a story that I think about a whole lot. It's just something that, like, resurfaced because... I don't know. I guess I've been thinking a lot about, like, the past recently. It's like one of those things, right? Like you start kind of considering your the stories from back in the day. Like you start looking at it a bit more fondly. I'm talking about, like, I'm fucking 50 years old and I'm gonna, like, well, I guess that would be more like 70, but I'm talking about it as if I'm, like, dying in the next 2 days or some shit like that. But I don't know, like, you know, it's like maybe I wasn't just dog shit after all. Oh, okay. So there's got to be a way for me to explode that, right? By the way, we are, like, slowly moving towards the end of this, so... I don't think I can make these things follow me like that, can I? I do kind of forget what it was they wanted you to do here. Yeah, because they just explode. Like, they don't follow you. They just blow up. So I can't get any more TNT back there either. You have to, like... Oh, there we go. Oh no, that wasn't it, right?